Starting your English speaking journey as a beginner can be both exciting and challenging. Many learners feel overwhelmed by the vast amount of vocabulary, grammar rules, and pronunciation nuances. However, with the right approach, you can steadily build confidence and improve your speaking skills. This guide will explore effective strategies and methods that are specifically designed for beginners to help you practice speaking English and progress smoothly. 1. Start with simple phrases and sentences. 1.1 The importance of simple phrases. When you're just beginning to learn English, it's crucial to start with the basics. Simple phrases and sentences form the foundation of your speaking skills. These are the building blocks that you will use in everyday conversations. Mastering simple phrases can boost your confidence and give you a sense of accomplishment as you begin to communicate in English. For example, start by learning common greetings, introductions, and polite expressions. Greetings, hello, good morning, how are you? Introductions, my name is, I am from I like. Polite expressions, please, thank you, excuse me. 1.2 Practice simple conversations. Once you are familiar with basic phrases, try to use them in real-life situations. Engage in simple conversations with yourself or with a language partner. You don't need to have a perfect vocabulary or grammar knowledge at this point. The key is to practice and get comfortable speaking. For instance, you can practice self-dialogue by asking and answering questions like, what is your name? Where are you from? How old are you? As you practice these simple conversations, focus on getting the pronunciation right and responding confidently, even if it's in simple sentences. 1.3 Role-playing for practice. Role-playing is an excellent method for beginners. By practicing short dialogues or scenarios, you can simulate real-life situations where you might need to speak English, such as ordering food at a restaurant, buying tickets at a train station, or introducing yourself at a party. For example, Scenario 1, at a cafe customer, hello, I'd like a coffee please waiter. Sure. Would you like some milk with that? Customer, yes, please. This technique helps you get comfortable with everyday vocabulary and speaking in a natural, relaxed way. 2. Focus on listening and imitation. 2.1 The role of listening and speaking. Listening is just as important as speaking when learning a new language. As a beginner, listening to English helps you develop an ear for the language. The more you listen, the better your pronunciation, rhythm, and understanding of how sentences are structured will become. Listening practice doesn't have to be complicated. You can start with short audio materials such as children's songs, beginner podcasts, or language learning YouTube channels that use slow and clear speech. These sources will help you tune your ear to the sounds of English. 2.2 Imitating native speakers. One of the most powerful techniques for improving your speaking skills is imitation. Mimicking the way native speakers talk allows you to replicate their rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation. This helps you sound more natural and fluent when you speak. Start by picking a short audio clip from a native speaker, like a greeting or a short conversation. Listen to it carefully and repeat what you hear, paying attention to the accent, tone, and rhythm. Record yourself and compare your speech with the original. This will allow you to identify areas where you can improve. 2.3 Listening and Speaking Apps. In addition to listening to natural English, you can use apps that provide both listening and speaking exercises. Apps like Speechling, Duolingo, and Babbel offer practice exercises that feature audio recordings by native speakers. They often allow you to record your own voice and compare it with the original, providing feedback to help you improve your pronunciation and fluency. 3. Speak regularly, even if it's just to yourself. 3.1 The Power of Self-Talk. As a beginner, it might be difficult to find someone to practice English with. However, one of the best things you can do is to speak to yourself in English. Self-talk is a powerful tool because it allows you to practice speaking regularly, even when you don't have a conversation partner. Start by narrating your daily activities in English. For example, as you cook, clean, or walk around, describe what you're doing. I am cooking dinner. I am walking to the store. This may feel a little awkward at first, but it's a great way to get comfortable using the language. It also helps you internalize vocabulary and sentence structures that are relevant to your life. 3.2 Practice with short sentences. Begin by speaking in short sentences. Try to describe your surroundings, express your feelings, or talk about your plans for the day. By speaking in simple, clear sentences, you will gradually build confidence in expressing yourself. Example sentences: I like to read books. The weather is nice today. I want to go to the park. Don't worry about making mistakes. The goal is to practice regularly and gradually improve over time. 3.3 Set speaking goals. Set small, achievable goals for your speaking practice. For example, aim to speak English for 10 minutes every day, or practice saying a certain number of sentences or phrases each day. Tracking your progress will give you motivation and a sense of accomplishment as you improve. 4. Engage in language exchange. 4.1 Finding a language exchange partner. One of the most effective ways to improve your speaking skills is to find a language exchange partner. Language exchange platforms such as Tandem Talk and Speaky connect learners with native speakers who are also looking to practice your native language. This mutual exchange is beneficial because both parties help each other, making the learning process interactive and engaging. As a beginner, don't be afraid to start with simple conversations. Even if you don't know many words or grammar rules, practicing with a native speaker will allow you to pick up on phrases and expressions that you wouldn't learn from a textbook. 4.2 Building confidence through conversations. Start with easy, everyday topics like hobbies, travel, or food. As you engage in these conversations, focus on listening carefully and trying to respond with simple, clear sentences. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Language exchange partners are often patient and encouraging, and they understand that you're learning. Over time, you will get more comfortable speaking English in a conversational context, and you will start to notice improvements in your fluency and comprehension. 4.3. Use video calls for real conversations. While texting and voice messages are great for practice, speaking in real time via video calls is even more beneficial. Video calls allow you to practice speaking and listening at the same time. It's also a great way to improve your nonverbal communication skills, such as body language and facial expressions, which are important in conversations. Start with short conversations and build up to longer ones. You can schedule regular language exchange sessions to ensure that you are consistently practicing your speaking skills. 5. Join English speaking communities or classes. 5.1 Online English classes. There are many online platforms that offer live classes with teachers, such as italki, Preply, and Cambly. These platforms allow you to choose a tutor that matches your level and goals. For beginners, it's essential to choose a tutor who can explain things clearly and patiently. These classes provide structured lessons that focus on speaking practice, and they give you the opportunity to receive direct feedback from a professional instructor. Regular lessons will help you build your speaking skills systematically. 5.2. Participate in English speaking communities. Joining online forums, discussion groups, or social media communities that focus on English speaking practice can provide additional opportunities for real-life conversations. Platforms like Reddit, Facebook groups, and Discord have communities dedicated to language learners, where you can practice speaking and exchange tips. Engaging in discussions, even if you are just reading posts or commenting, helps you get used to seeing and hearing English in a real-world context. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more naturally it will come to you when speaking. 5.3. Attend local language meets. If possible, try to attend in-person language meets in your area. These meets are typically informal, relaxed gatherings where you can practice speaking English with others. It's a great way to meet new people and improve your confidence in speaking English in public. 6. Overcome the fear of making mistakes. 6.1. Accept that mistakes are part of the learning process. One of the biggest obstacles for beginners is the fear of making mistakes. Many learners worry that they will sound silly or that people will laugh at their mistakes. However, it's important to remember that making mistakes is an essential part of the learning process. Native speakers make mistakes too, so don't let the fear of making errors hold you back. Each mistake is an opportunity to learn and improve. The more you practice, the fewer mistakes you'll make over time. Accepting mistakes as part of your journey will help you build confidence and keep you motivated. 6.2. Use mistakes as learning opportunities. When you make a mistake, instead of feeling discouraged, take note of it. Ask for feedback from your language exchange partner or tutor so that you can correct it. This active approach to learning will help you improve quickly and effectively. For example, if you say a word wrong, Repeat it several times correctly until it feels natural. Don't shy away from speaking because you're afraid of being judged. Each conversation is a step toward fluency. 7. Incorporate daily speaking practice into your routine. 7.1 Why consistency matters. When learning a new language, especially as a beginner, consistency is crucial for progress. It's easy to fall into the trap of practicing only when you feel like it, but this approach can hinder your growth in the long run. Language learning is a skill that improves with daily practice, even if it's just for a few minutes. By incorporating speaking practice into your daily routine, you ensure that your brain remains engaged and that your skills continue to improve over time. The key is to establish a habit. Set aside a specific time each day, whether it's in the morning, during lunch, or before bed, to practice speaking English. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a big difference over time. The goal is to create a consistent rhythm in your language practice, so it becomes a natural part of your day. 7.2 Using simple activities for daily practice. You don't need to dedicate hours each day to practice speaking. Instead, you can integrate speaking practice into your daily activities. For example, morning routine. As you get ready in the morning, describe your actions in English. I am brushing my teeth, or I am making coffee. Commute or travel time. If you're traveling, practice saying directions, bus stop names, or talk about what you see around you. This is my bus, or I see a dog in the park. Shopping or errands. While shopping, practice speaking phrases like "How much is this?" or "Where is the nearest supermarket?" These small, simple tasks not only help you speak English daily but also familiarize you with practical vocabulary that you will use in real-life situations. You can also keep a diary of your daily activities and write down some sentences in English to later speak out loud, helping to reinforce your learning. 7.3 Tracking your progress. To ensure that you are improving, track your speaking practice over time. Keep a record of your conversations, either by writing them down or recording audio. Over time, you'll be able to compare your earlier recordings with more recent ones and notice improvements in your fluency, pronunciation, and confidence. By making speaking a daily practice, you'll also become more comfortable using English without thinking too much about it, allowing the language to feel more natural as you progress. 8. Speak with confidence, not perfection. 8.1 Building self-confidence in speaking. As a beginner, it's easy to feel self-conscious when speaking a new language. You might worry about making mistakes or not sounding like a native speaker. However, one of the most important aspects of language learning, especially in speaking, is building confidence. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become with expressing yourself in English, even if you don't know every word or structure perfectly. To build your confidence, start by setting small, achievable goals. For instance, aim to speak for 1 minute every day without worrying about making mistakes. With time, you'll gradually increase your speaking time and begin to feel more natural in conversations. 8.2 Positive Mindset and Self-Talk. Your attitude towards speaking English plays a huge role in your success. Instead of focusing on mistakes, focus on how far you've come. Remind yourself that learning a language is a process, and it's okay to make mistakes. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn and improve. Also, practice positive self-talk. Replace thoughts like "I can't do this" with "I am improving every day" or "I can speak English confidently." This mindset shift will help you push past doubts and encourage you to keep speaking. 8.3 Don't aim for perfection. One of the biggest barriers for many beginners is the fear of making mistakes or sounding imperfect. Native speakers often make mistakes, and they don't always speak in grammatically perfect sentences. What's more important is the ability to communicate effectively and confidently. If you're in a conversation and make a mistake, simply correct it and move on. If you don't know a word, try to use synonyms, or describe the word until you can find the right one. The key is to keep the conversation flowing without letting mistakes hold you back. 9. Engage with interactive language learning platforms. 9.1 The power of interactive learning. Language learning has evolved beyond traditional textbooks. Today, there are a variety of interactive tools and platforms that make practicing English both fun and effective. These platforms often include speaking exercises, games, quizzes, and feedback that cater to beginners and provide valuable opportunities to practice speaking in real-world contexts. Some great interactive platforms include Duolingo, offers fun, game-like lessons with speaking practice built into the system. Speechling provides daily speaking exercises and allows you to record your voice and get feedback from native speakers. Babbel focuses on practical, everyday conversations and includes speaking exercises that help build confidence in your ability to converse in English. 9.2 Speech recognition technology. One of the most powerful features of many language learning apps is speech recognition technology. Apps like Rosetta Stone and Google Translate offer voice input features that analyze your pronunciation and provide feedback. For beginners, speech recognition tools are an excellent way to check your pronunciation. You can compare your voice with the native pronunciation and receive instant corrections. This feedback loop helps you improve your speaking skills more effectively than simply reading or listening alone. 9.3 Speaking challenges and competitions. Some language learning apps also host speaking challenges or competitions. These activities encourage you to use English regularly, set goals, and track your progress. For example, you can participate in a daily speaking challenge where you record yourself speaking on a specific topic. Or join a community competition to improve your pronunciation. By engaging with these interactive elements, you not only improve your speaking skills, but also make the learning process more enjoyable and motivating. 10. Make speaking English a social activity. 10.1 Join conversation clubs or meets. One of the best ways to practice speaking is by engaging in conversations with others. Many cities and online platforms have language exchange programs, where learners of different languages come together to practice speaking. You can find meets or conversation clubs through websites like meet.com or Conversation Exchange. In these clubs, you'll have the opportunity to practice English with other learners and native speakers, whether in person or online. These social interactions make speaking practice feel less like a task and more like a fun, engaging activity. 10.2. Use social media to connect with other learners. Social media can be a great way to practice speaking in an informal setting. Platforms like Instagram, Facebook, or Reddit host many language learning communities where you can participate in discussions or post short video clips of yourself speaking. By engaging with these communities, you can get feedback on your speaking skills and offer advice or encouragement to others. This peer-to-peer interaction can significantly enhance your learning experience and keep you motivated. 10.3. Practice speaking with family and friends. If you have friends or family members who are fluent in English, ask them to help you practice speaking. Even if they aren't native speakers, practicing with someone who can offer corrections and feedback is incredibly helpful. Try setting aside a few minutes each day to have casual conversations in English with them. Even if no one around you speaks English fluently, try speaking with them in basic phrases to help build your confidence. Sometimes talking to someone who is supportive but not necessarily fluent can be less intimidating and make the learning process feel more personal. With these 4 sections, we have covered a range of strategies and techniques to help beginners improve their speaking skills. From building confidence to utilizing interactive technology, there are numerous ways to practice speaking English and make steady progress. The key is to remain consistent, embrace the learning process, and actively engage with the language in a variety of contexts. By following these practical methods and incorporating them into your daily routine, you'll be well on your way to becoming a confident and fluent English speaker.